Welcome to Africa.
Hi.
Oh, that's so cute.
Baby Lion King. Baby Simba.
Simba and
Siapa yang
Nala.
cewek? Nala.
Nala. Nala.
We're gonna see Tembo the elephant. So we got a giraffe. Simba.
Zebra.
Kifaru.
Hippo.
People.
Oh, I'm Buma.
Buni.
You.
Oh, that's all right.
Welcome aboard. Seated at all times. Refrain from eating or drinking and refrain from whistling at the animals or making it weird.
You ready to see what you want to see? Lion?
Flamingo.
Flamingo? How about giraffe? Yeah?
I want to see a crocodile.
Papa is ready to be a turtle. You think we can find all of them?
Well, Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Now, this first part of the reserve is the Little Ituri Forest. In forest habitats, animals depend primarily on camouflage for defense. That means that they blend into their surroundings, so they may be a bit more difficult to find. On the right side, it's an okapi. A lot of people think that the okapi are related to the zebra because they've got white stripes on their rear ends.
Giraffe.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are wrong. They're the only known relative of the giraffe, believe it or not, with the same bone structure and the same kind of tongue a giraffe has. Now on your left-hand side, those tan animals are great jerkudu, both are females. I can tell that both are females because neither have horns. Males have big spirally horns, which are the largest horns of any antelope. That's a bit different than these orange animals with horns. These are bongo. Both male and female bongo have horns. Bongo are known as the ghost of the forest. That's because of how well they camouflage and how hard they can be to find.
They're crossing.
And we're going to hang tight for just a moment as the bongo crosses the road.
Go as slow as you can. At this point, more bongo are going to come.
On your left, that is a black rhino. Black rhinos are the smaller of the two types of rhino that live here. They only weigh up to 3,000 pounds. Now you can tell the types of rhino by the shape of their mouth, and black rhino have a very pointy mouth with a prehensile upper lip, which makes it a little easier to tear leaves from branches in a forest habitat like this. On your left, that is a saddle-billed stork. Saddle-billed stork can stand up to 5 feet tall with a wingspan up to 9 feet wide. Guys, if you need a visual for that, the canopy of my truck's about 9 feet wide. That's one massive wingspan, eh? And now we're gonna head through the Safi River. That's a freshwater river. Like all sources of fresh water, it's a very important place for animals to go for a drink. And then there is a small pod of pelicans. These are pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans are named that for the color they turn during the mating season. They don't always have a pink back, not year-round. on the water. Hippos can weigh up to 5,500 pounds apiece. They can hold their breath up to 8 minutes at a time. Now guys, a group of hippo is called a float. Float to hippo.
It's under the water.
I see them.
Alright, this big old tree is a baobab tree. Baobab trees are known as the tree of life. That's because of how much water that they can store in their trunks. So much so that during times of extreme drought, elephants have been known to pierce the trunk of the baobab tree with their tusks in order to get a drink. There are some zebra. Obviously zebra have stripes, right? The question is, are they white with black stripes or black with white stripes? Guys, if you don't know, look at their nose. That is the color of their skin without fur on it. So technically they are black with white stripes. Oh. Painted dogs are one of the most efficient predators in the world. They've got about a 90% success rate when they go hunting, and that's due to the pack's ability to work well as a team, along with their incredible stamina, which allows them to outlast most of their prey. They are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous animals. One of my favorite animals to paint to dogs. These are sable antelope. Sables are the official symbol of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Their fur gets darker when they age. That's a bit unusual. Most animals are like us. When they get older, their hair turns lighter and whiter, but not the sable. Here are some wildebeest and a giraffe. Wildebeest herds typically number in the thousands. Each year, when it's time for the Great Migration, multiple herds come together. They'll form one massive herd that has up to 1.5 million members deep, making them the most densely populated mammal on Earth. Except for us, of course. As for the giraffe, they're the tallest animals on land, and a fully grown giraffe can be up to 20 feet tall, depending on the species. At birth, they are typically already about 6 feet tall. Now guys, a group of giraffe is called a tower. Tower of giraffe.
The sharing.
There are some Ankole cattle here as well. Now you might be thinking to yourself that these Ankole cattle look an awful lot like regular cows, just with really big horns. But that's only because they are pretty much regular cows with really big horns. There's an elephant. Elephants are the largest animals on land, and a fully grown African bull elephant can weigh up to 14,000 pounds. Now they'll actually eat up to 300 pounds of vegetation every single day. Unfortunately, elephant populations continue to decline, and though they face a number of threats, the biggest threat to them is habitat destruction. Luckily, there's one pretty simple thing each and every one of you can do to help them out, and that is just to recycle any of the old electronics you have lying around the house. There's a mineral in the batteries of those old electronic devices called coltan. Coltan is mined right in the middle of elephant territory. By recycling your old electronic devices, you reduce the need for more coltan, which reduces the need for new mines. And that helps to preserve the elephant's habitat. And now as we come around the turn, there are some flamingo. These are greater flamingo. They're the largest in size. They're also the lightest in color of all the different species of flamingo. Now guys, a group of flamingo is called a flamboyance. Flamboyance of flamingo. Now I can't quite place my finger on it, but something about that island sure seems familiar. side are white rhino. White rhino are the larger of the two types of rhino that live here. They weigh up to 5,000 pounds apiece. And they've got a very wide and a very flat mouth, which makes it a lot easier for them to graze on the open grasses of the savannah. Alright guys, on your left-hand side there are some cheetah. Right in between those two trees in the center there. The cheetah are the fastest animals on land. They go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat with a top speed of 75 miles an hour. They can't hold that speed for long. That's a couple hundred yards. At that point, they're going to start to overheat. It takes a lot of effort to run 75 miles an hour. There's a lion. I'm sure you know how to set the males and the females apart, right? Males have the big beautiful mane and females do not. But you might not have known that big beautiful mane weighs about 40 pounds. Imagine having 40 pounds of hair on your head. Now the mane does a lot more than just look good. It's the lion's primary form of defense. Aside from humans, the only natural threat to a dominant male lion is a rival male. And when two rivals get into a fight, one of them tries to bite the other one in the neck. Instead of anything important, they're only going to get a mouthful of hair. Looking gorgeous is just a bonus, and that's a feeling that I'm pretty familiar with. Here are some warthogs. Warthogs are related to the domestic pig. They're surprisingly light on their feet. When they run with a bit of a bounce in their step. Their tails go straight up in the air. That should all sound pretty familiar.
Sleeping.
That's exactly how the animated Pumbaa runs. Now up ahead of us there are some ostrich as well. Ostrich are the biggest bird in the world. Completely flightless, they cannot fly, but they can run up to 40 miles an hour. Biggest bird in the world. We told they'd have the biggest egg in the world, and they do, so it works out. Their eggs are 3 pounds each. That's roughly the same as 2 dozen chicken eggs.
It's looking at you.
Well, that brings us to the edge of the reserve. We're going to head back to the village, and on the way back, we're going to pass by Warden Wilson's house. He's been raising Nigerian dwarf goats, which are primarily a dairy goat. He's also in charge of making sure these animals are protected and that they're taken care of. But guys, it's not just these animals that need help. It's animals all over the world, and that's where you come in. Luckily, there are a lot of really little things that you can do to help them out that all add up to make a really big difference. Things like recycling, getting reusable bags for the grocery store, even just reducing the amount of plastic straws that you use. In addition to being able to reduce, reuse, and recycle, you can also do what we're trying to do right here at Kilimanjaro Safaris, and hopefully that's to educate and inspire. So, when you get home, look up your favorite animal and the threats that they're facing in the wild today. Then help raise awareness by telling your friends, your family, and all of those other random people that follow you on social media. Hopefully you can educate them a little bit and inspire them to get involved and to take some kind of action themselves. Remember, all of those little actions add up to make a really big difference. Now guys, with that in mind, I sure hope I was able to teach you at least one little thing today. I also hope you saw an animal out there that inspires you. That way you'll actively make the choice to go forward and to make a difference. There's one last thing I want to teach you. It's a phrase in Swahili, and the phrase is kwaherini. Kwaherini means go well. We say it instead of goodbye because goodbye is a bit too final for us. Quite frankly, we're hoping to come on back join us again sometime. So kwaherini, everybody. And asante sana, that means thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, come up to the front of the truck. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and have a wild time here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Oh!
If you're on the right, watch your arms, hands, feet, and legs as the doors slide open. Watch your step when you go down. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Thank you very much.